What's up, everybody? This is your girl CC with Where It Begins Magazine, and I got my co-host Theo on the line. Hi, hey Theo, how are you today?
I'm good, CC. Excited to be here, man. Another round of interviews, trying to get it in with some people. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. You know, it's my favorite Hump Day Wednesday. Hey, I love Wednesdays.
There it is. Happy Hump Day.
But we got a special guest on the line with us. I'm gonna let him introduce himself, or who he is and what he does.
How y'all doing? My name F.A.M.E YNO, man. I'm an independent artist in Cincinnati, Ohio. I'm an owner. I'm an event coordinator. I'm a professional, cool guy. All those things above. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, what made you want to get into that career? What motivated you?
Truthfully, just the culture of it itself. I remember riding my football games when I was younger. My mom, my sister listening to music. My family, my cousins did music. And I started doing music. Then I moved back to Ohio from Georgia. I was in Georgia for 4 years when I was younger. Moved back up here, met my best friend, my brother Fonzie. And from there, it was it. Just my calling. You know what I mean?
How long you been doing music?
For a grand total, I've been doing music since I was like 11, as far as like when I started. But professionally, as far as having my ass cap and doing things the right way, I've been doing music since 2012 professionally.
Dope.
All right, well, let's talk about your music. Let's talk about your single and the motivation behind it.
So right now, the biggest song I got out right now is All Bad. It's off the tape my homie Sincerely Vo, who's a songwriter. He wrote Christmas song for Ty Dolla $ign a year and a half ago. He wrote and executive produced Hitman Holla's latest album and more. And so he and I have a project out called Elephant Tusk, and the main single out there is called All Bad. It's a big record. It just feels like a big record. Feels like you could put it anywhere. It was just recently played at Angela Simmons' release for her Simmons Beauty line, and just the genuine reactions to it, I could just tell it just fits in all of the spaces it should fit in. So that's what I'm pushing right now as far as singles out right now, and I'm gearing up to put out my first studio album under my label. It's called Heartbreak Henry, coming out in May. It's gonna be dope.
Yeah,
you can tell us a lot of production behind that. Like, tell us a little bit about who you got in the production.
So on the production, I've got truthfully, the production on the song on the record with me and my boy Vo, that's from my young homie out in Ireland. His name is that. I actually met him in 2019. I sponsored a video on Instagram. He was like 16 when he met me. He hit me up, sent me some beats. I was telling him to go get his BMI. He's not old enough to get his BMI in that country. I guess you got to be 21. So even now, 3 years later, he's still trying to get his BMI. But he teamed up with a bunch of producers out there. Like the overseas producers is really like on their A game right now. And I really like rocking with them. And then fast forward, when I dropped my album, Heartbreak Henry, I got some dope producers on there who are from our states, and they're from my city as well. And they industry approved. I got M80, who's a part of Honorable Court. I got my boy Cash Out, who's he just produced 2 songs for what's brother name from Detroit? I can't think of his name. I Swear Bezo.
Okay.
I Swear Bezo. He just produced two tracks on his latest album. They both got 1 million views on YouTube in the videos, and more to come. So just truthfully working with who want to work with me as well. You know what I mean? Something I've been learning a lot about this industry is trying to force things. Usually it's going to hurt your pockets, or it's going to hurt the legitimacy of what you're doing, rather than when you genuinely run across one of these top producers and they actually want to work with you. So, I'm just building with who want to build with me.
That's dope.
I definitely wanted to know who his top 5 artists is of all time.
Top 5 of all time. My list is going to be a list that doesn't quite reflect my music today, but my older, younger music, it does. So my top 5, my favorite artist ever is Joe Budden, the dopest rapper ever, because he's just so transparent. And throughout tough times in my life, his music has alleviated stress. So that's just top tier. Then Lupe Fiasco.
Okay.
Ice Cube because of, pioneer reasons. Money Man has snuck into my top. That's all I listen to. I ain't gonna lie, man. Money Man is all I listen to. He's because with Money Man, he's a trap rapper, but he's not. I don't want to sound old, but he ain't as vulgar as everybody else. Like he talk about getting money, he talk about business, and he talk about upping his team. It's not so much of this shit that's tearing down the culture for real. So that's why I like Money Man, because I kind of get that hood feel, but it's not so much destructive. And then I'm a really big fan of Nav. He signed to the Weeknd's label XO, and Nav is just because when Nav, he's a producer, an engineer, and an artist. And so with his music, sometimes he makes silly music, but when he makes serious music, you can hear that he has music education. You can tell that he knows what he's doing. And I just enjoy when music is done right. I guess I got to throw my honorable mention in there. It's not really honorable, but over the last few years, I haven't had as much love for his music, but Kanye West obviously is, I think, in a lot of people's top, but his older stuff, College Dropout, my favorite album ever though. Outside of my favorite artist, College Dropout is my favorite album. Yeah. Followed by Get Rich or Die Trying, but that's my favorite album, man. And that's just, so his influence will never leave. You feel me? So that's my 5 right there though.
Yeah, that's a different list, bro. That's a different list. Most people probably would have put Kanye in that. They would expect at least Kanye to be in that top 5 before they would expect Joe Budden to be at the top. I got love for Joe, man. Ever since he came out, I think he put out dope stuff. It's just he gets so much flack for the internet stuff. I think sometimes people don't realize some of his earlier works is some classics. How do you think Joe? Yeah, how do you think Joe maybe influenced you in your career, your style of music?
So my older music. When I was a part of a group, I was very much hip hop, like soul music. Like I really wanted to get my message across. I was living through my pain in life, and I was painting those images, and so that's where he really influenced me. But I think I still carry that now, though. Like even with my music, whether it be fun or club or whatever, I still carry my truth, though. I don't never let myself stretch past my truth, and I learned that from Joe Budden. One of my favorite lines by him is, I can't remember it verbatim right now, but it's a line about basically being in the club and staring at niggas who ain't really doing, like, the whole image is fake, but you want the image because it's what is made to be desired. And it's just, that's something that just like, no matter how much you want that fake image, we push to desire that, but you just gotta stay true to you.
That's true. That's true. So with the new project, what was the process like making the new project? Obviously, you working with some people overseas. Sounds like some of that may have been done just like everybody else during COVID, doing a lot of Zoom work and video conferencing and stuff. But for you personally, how did the project go down as far as the process?
Yeah, it was a lot of Zoom calls with the producer, a lot of talking, just looking for certain sounds, sending back certain things. As far as the in-studio process, though, it was quite easy. Me and Vo got a lot of chemistry. We were both managed by the same person, a management group in Atlanta. And so we've had years of work. And then prior to that, we're from the same city. So prior to the management down there, we were working together. So the recording process was easy. I mix and master the whole project myself. And so that was probably the most tedious part of it. But then again, though, along with that, I know I'm learning my sound, learning the people around me sound, so it's becoming easier and easier. So the process was easy, to keep it a buck with you. The process is actually easy. We could make another one of those in a week if we truly wanted to. And that's another emphasis on the music industry and the business. The business is what's going to always be the hardest part. So that's what we focused on. Like I said, we can go make another one just like that in a week. Yeah. But getting it to the people, getting it in the hands, getting it into the important desk, that's where the difficulties come in.
Yeah. You hear a lot of people kind of say, COVID streamlined their process. Surprisingly, they feel like they can put out a little bit easier music. My question is, as a fan, I'm not an artist or anything, so but I've been privy to some of those sessions where that magic just kind of happens, whether it's a room full of people when it's almost a party, or whether it's, 5 people and everybody just being really serious about it. How do you think like that this process kind of going forward might change a little bit for artists and, for people like yourself who are producing and involved with all segments of the music? How you think that process might change a little bit for people now?
I think, truthfully, being in different rooms, it just truthfully depends on what you setting out to make. Working with my boy Bo, we've been doing writer camps lately, and he works with people in the industry that need songs for certain artists or whatever. So we might be in there and like, all right, y'all, we working on this record for, listen, example, The Weeknd. You know what I mean? Not that we just gonna go straight to his desk. That's who we working on the record for.
Yeah,
we might be in a very serious mode for the first 2.5 hours because we got to come up with the concept, get this hook together, make sure it sound right. You know what I mean? Get out there. But then it might slowly turn. Once we get comfortable, we knock that first one out, and then we might open the bottle up, loosen up a little bit, get going. So it just truthfully depends on the vibe. I think that you're gonna be able to come across both vibes in the studio for the rest of the time. You're gonna have them people who just dead serious all the time. You come in their studio, is working. We might joke a little. Then you got people who know, hey man, we gotta live it up. We gotta enjoy it. Some of the best music comes from these hot energy moments. So that's what we're gonna strive for. I enjoy both settings, honestly.
Okay. Yeah, no, I've heard a couple of artists and a couple of people in the industry tell me kind of one of the things they've seen come out of that is, that keyboard gangster mentality. When you don't get in the same room, people can be a little more gangster with their thoughts, and sometimes that leads to a little more realness. So they actually expect some of the quality to go up from that. I don't know. Like I said, that personal touch sometimes being there, but I certainly can see it's going to be a mixture, kind of both moving forward, at least from my opinion.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah. So Ohio, man, tell us a little bit about the music vibe y'all got going now.
We striving, man. Cleveland been ahead of the game as far as Ohio for a minute with the music, people coming out. Cleveland got all type of people coming out of there. Started with Bone Thugs, Kid Cudi, Ray Cash, Machine Gun Kelly. It's probably more. I ain't from Cleveland, no. Shout out to Cleveland, but I know my city, Cincinnati. We are on our way. We are on our way. We have been in one of the most talented cities, and we can never get out. And I think that there's just been a culture change here. A lot of the older folks that was running things, their time is past. And so I think that now we got people from because I'm 30. I started doing music here right when I got out of high school. So 2009, 2010. And I've just watched it change. Now people at my age, we're taking over. We're owning, running the clubs, the bars. Yeah. We're raising the culture now. What we are doing is influencing the next people coming up. And so I just see it like it's happening, and I just look at myself a lot, like the stuff that I'm doing. It might not be the biggest stuff, but it's just, I know I'm doing stuff a lot of people have not done from here. And there's people here doing the same thing. They're doing things that have not been done. So when things like that are occurring across the board, it's only a matter of time before the entire city is going to do something it has not done before. And so I think we're on our way.
Okay.
Expect. Well, I want to ask, what makes your music different than other people's music? What makes you so unique and your music different?
Me personally, none of my songs ever sound the same. None of them. We could sit here and make a song. We can make 10 songs about the same thing, and none of them gonna sound the same. Versatility. I think the versatility sometimes can backfire because we live in a time where people love kind of like the same sound. They want to hear the same sound over and over again. That's what they buy into. But I kind of stand on being able to step into this bag and step into this bag and step into this bag. So people that are longevity fans of mine, they appreciate that. They love the fact that my music is like, they never gonna get the same song. And then, I feel like that's why I gotta get in front of people, because I just, once something is heard and received well, then they can go on and find out what else they like. You ain't gonna like everything I do because they don't sound the same. I mean, that's my biggest gift.
Amen to it. Amen. So what else can we look forward to for 2022?
My album, Heartbreak Henry. My brother Fonz's album, Good Thug, is coming, all under Why Know the label. We've got 420 event coming up where we're doing our festival. We do an annual festival. It got shut down in 2020 and we skipped last year. This year we're doing it. Okay. Bringing this and that. We got our boy Season. I don't know if y'all know about Season, but he's from here. He was working with Juice World. They had a song on that Spider-Man movie called Hide. I think it went platinum or gold, one of the two. But booking and another, like, you know, I'm booking people from here that's striving and getting out of here. 2022 is truthfully a year of rising up. I'm doing a traveling. I've already been traveling to start the year off. Cleveland for All-Star Weekend, All-Star Brunch at Cleveland Ivy. I was in New York, went to the Remy Ma Hot 97. I'm just planning on traveling, moving around, staying active, keeping this in everybody's face till the doors start opening.
When you come to the A?
Whenever. The A ain't nothing but a drive. Ain't nothing but a drive. Y'all put together a showcase or something, or y'all got some dope event, I will pull down. I'm so serious. It ain't nothing but a drive away.
Hey man, that's every weekend. Definitely tap in with us when you come down this way, man, so we can check you out in person because we like the vibe coming out of your music.
Facts. I appreciate y'all, man. Real talk.
And actually, while we're talking about that, Theo, you could throw in how the round table.
Okay.
Tell them a little bit about the round table.
Yeah, definitely. We're gonna pop this off. We're just starting it up now, but we got a round table. We got a round table music review group on Facebook where we're gonna try to connect more people within the industry, more fans and more artists in a situation where we might have a couple experts, we might have a couple lay persons just out there giving their review and giving artists a chance to get some real feedback on it. So definitely, we love for you to be one of the participants in that, man. Give people a chance to check it out and get feedback, and you can kind of check the message and the vibe that comes out of it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Please count me in for that. That sounds super dope.
Yeah, we'll get you the details on it, but it's Roundtable Music Group. You can just, search for it, but we'll shoot you some links.
You got an IG page for it?
No, we got the Facebook group set up.
Oh, that's what you said. Facebook. Got you.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah. You'll see some of that content coming on CC's page on Instagram, on the Where It Begins magazine page, on her personal page. You also see some of that content coming out on the iModel Booth page. So we're gonna spread love to all the social media.
Yeah, I need to follow you too, the iModel Booth. Yeah.
I was gonna say, outside of the music that you got going on right now, obviously a lot that you got moving around with the biz. What do you see the next level for yourself? What are you trying to take it to? Obviously getting some people known out of your city, repping the area. But outside of that, or what's the plan? What are you growing it to?
So my ideal plan is to have my music on these playlists, Spotify, Apple, try to get to that point. So the music speaking for itself. And in that way, I can focus more on the business side of things, marketing, post-production type of things. So that, because the focus on getting the music out there, it takes so much from the post-production. So if the music is getting out there, then I can focus on the post-production and traveling, putting it in people's faces and being able to say, oh yeah, I'm on this playlist or I'm here. And then it just got to talk to somebody up in New York who works at Spotify, and I'm on 2K, I'm on the radio here in my city, I have my accomplishments, but it wasn't enough to really strike that conversation where he wanted to pull his phone out. So I want to get to the point where people want to pull their phones out. They want to, or at least, oh, I have seen you. I have seen that name. Okay, you are in the mix. The goal in this year is to be in the mix, whatever that may mean. I need to be in the mix because the more you get in the mix in the industry, that's when you really come into opportunities, whether it be performing, financial opportunities, networking opportunities, just things that you can't get on the internet and find. You got to get in the mix. Your name got to be within these circles. That's what I'm trying to get to.
Gotcha. I tell people all the time, man, a lot of people got a lot of, talent that's in their hometown. And we always battling people for who the best in our hometown, who the best. But honestly, if you pay attention to how it moves in the industry, the people who kind of link up and then somebody gets hot, it tends to carry the other people over. So definitely represent your city, man. And it'll come because like you said, there's a lot of noise being made out of that area right now.
Absolutely.
Right. You ready to go into our questionnaire game?
Yep.
Okay, I can start with mine first. My question is, if you had any animal in the world can talk, what animal would you think would be the most annoying animal?
A jerk.
And why did you choose that animal?
What animal would be the most annoying? I think a snake. I think a snake. They don't got arms
Why
and
would you pick
legs.
that?
They don't got arms and legs, and they can't hear, so they'll probably just be blabbering all day.
They have too many S's.
Well, what do you think it would say?
They probably don't even know how to talk, but they just would be blabbering all day if they could, because they you know what I mean? They just that's my a snake will probably just be saying the most off the walls because they can't hear and they ain't got no arms and legs. They just get to crawl around and just belt. I don't know. Belt vibrations out.
Yeah, I think
thought of a snake. I usually would think for me would have been a gnat, like just going zzz in my ear. The gnats be bothering you. Instead of snake.
Yeah, like every word got a super long S on the end. No reason, like just no reason.
Thanks.
Good. All right, here go my question.
All right, Theo, what's yours?
All right, so you wake up tomorrow, man. They giving you the ceremonial key to the city. You the man, you the mayor for the day. You get to change one rule with no consequences that come out of it. What you letting everybody do?
Everybody can smoke weed everywhere. We is getting high. I'm talking about everywhere. Church. What we get high at funerals, we get high at school. I don't care where you at. Roll up and smoke all day.
Really?
So it's 420 every day on the calendar with you.
Man, every day on the calendar, brother.
All right. There it is. You might be a popular mayor. You might be the real mayor after that.
I'm trying to tell you, I'm gonna change things.
Yeah.
Vote F.A.M.E.
That's dope.
He say the church folks, the kids, everybody.
Everybody. Smoke.
Grandmas.
Come on, man. Everybody, YMCAs, I don't care what. You got the yoga class, roll up while you at yoga. You in the gym, get high for your bench press. I don't care. We smoking today.
Yeah. City insurance gonna go up, but it'll be lit.
It'll be lit for that one day. We're gonna do it one day though. I ain't gonna doom us now. You feel me? One day and then we back to normal. We got things to do.
There it is. Get reckless with some responsibility. I like it.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, shout out your social media. So tell everybody where to tap in with you, where they can follow you.
F.A.M.E YNO on Instagram, F.A.M.E YNO on YouTube, F.A.M.E YNO on Twitter, F.A.M.E YNO on Facebook. Everywhere is F.A.M.E YNO. YNO is the brand, the label is Young and Official. Started by me and my brother Fonzie in 2009. So, I carry it everywhere I go.
There it is. So F.A.M.E YNO on everything, man. Everybody go put in joints in the playlist. I was definitely past few days peeping you on Spotify. So definitely everybody tap in, man. Run his numbers up real quick. F.A.M.E YNO. 3 letters on the end, just like they sound.
You feel me? Appreciate y'all, man. Thank you.
Yeah. Appreciate you, guys.
Well, I definitely want to say thanks for interviewing with us today. It's been a pleasure to get to know you. Congrats on your journey and your project for 2022. I wish you the best. I always like to say you gain a fan here with me. So, hey.
No good.
Go ahead, Theo.
That's it, man. Definitely thank you for taking your time out. Sound like you got some dope stuff going, man. Nothing but support and love. And if CC is a fan that you gained, then you got number 2 over here. So definitely check in with us, man. Let us know your successes. Let us know anything we can ever help you out with whenever you tap in the city, man. Definitely check in with us.
No, I will for sure, man. I appreciate y'all. Thank you very much for having me on y'all show. Y'all have a great rest of y'all day, great rest of the week, great rest of y'all year.
All right, appreciate you too, brother.
All right, y'all.
All right.
One.